Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Single Chronicles. This week's episode is about dating and co-parenting. Basically, single parents trying to get back out there, and my particular take on that. Now, some of this may be unpopular opinion, but I'm not a fan of dating other single parents. However, if their kid is about my child's age, then and which she's almost grown, I'm not totally against it. But enough of that. I hope that you enjoy this episode of the Single Chronicles. Stay tuned for the podcast. It is coming to a Monday near you and all streaming services. So there's that. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel to stay updated on future videos, and sometimes we'll film the podcast. And last but not least, if you are already subscribed, make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified when these videos come up and I don't have to spam you, and you already know how the algorithm is and all that other good stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Single Chronicles. The thing that really bothers me about dating is dating people that are single parents. Now, before you get all out of pocket, like, wait a minute, you got a kid, you a single parent. It's not the person that has a kid all the time, because usually they're ready to date, move on and stuff. But 9 times out of 10, they have a co-parent that ain't let go, that's ruling and ruining their life every chance they get, and they're using a kid as a pawn. That's the type of stuff I don't like. I don't have time for that. Like that toxic, baby mama, baby daddy drama. Unbeknownst to some people, it takes a while to get over someone, especially if you were in love with someone enough that you had a kid by that person. It takes a while. It really, really does. So if you are a single parent of a young child, make sure you and that person have gotten over one another before you step into another relationship. That's all I'm saying. Baby. I remember this one time I was talking to this guy. We had been together for a nice little bit of change. We were, in a relationship, and we were going to go away for the weekend. Just nothing major, just for like a couple of hours when, they come back early the next morning because we both work weekends. So all of a sudden, somehow, his baby mama found out, and then she decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to take some extra shifts at work because I need the money. So can you watch the kids? Mind you, one of those kids was his. Not kids, but kid. But he ended up watching both. That's why I canceled our plans. I was like, you know what? Shit happens. I understand. You need the extra money. Whatever. Come to find out, this little trick wanted to go out and have a good time on her own. So we canceled our plans to go out so she could go out. And I thought that was unfair because I said, no, you already had plans first. Any other time you go away and you want to have fun and do something for yourself, you always put your plans aside for her. And I said, that's not fair to you because she don't do that. If you wanted to do something spontaneous and say, hey, I'm not watching them, it's not my week, or can we switch weekends? She gives you a hard way to go. So that's the type of stuff I don't like. That's the part of being a co-parent that's really, really hard. See, me, I never really had those problems because I did it all on my own. But there are times where people are so freaking toxic that it makes it hard to go and pursue and do what you need to do in this relationship because they're using that kid as a pawn. Head of the family. Another thing about dating another single parent is that the other co-parent that I have a problem with is that they think that they have carte blanche because they had a kid with you. Oh, that's my baby father. Oh, that's my baby mama. No, first of all, that's not a title. Okay? You can't be claimed on taxes. The kid might be, the spouse might be, but that's not a fucking title. Because let me tell you something. This is what people fail to realize. If you have a child with someone and you two are not together, you're not married, never have been married, and that person goes off and gets married, that spouse is entitled to more than your child will get ever, unless they dictate otherwise. See, that's the thing. People want to put a title on something that's not really a title. Now, I'm not saying that you should disrespect or not have the utmost respect for the parent of your children, because you should. They had your child. But at the same time, you need to know what your role is in their life. You're there to raise and co-parent that child, not make the other person's life a living hell because they chose to have a child with you and move on to be with someone else. Having a kid does not guarantee a relationship, and it doesn't mean you have control over that person's life. So who the hell is you to be like, oh, well, my baby father, da, 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 da. No. Prime example, I remember dating somebody, my ex, and his baby mother said to me, well, my baby father stays here with you, so I can bring the kids over here whenever I want. Oh, no, you can't, boo boo. This is my motherfucking house. You are not going to bring your kids here whenever the hell you want. You can go over there and watch them, but no. And it got to a point, it was becoming like all the time. These kids were just randomly coming. And it wasn't like decent ass hours. You show up on my damn porch 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday with these little kids. My child already in bed. Why is your kids up? Oh, I want to go out skating. Or I want to go out with my other baby father. On a Tuesday, look, I understand your availability at your little shit job makes things hard and you can't go out when you want to go out, but no. And I was like, no. I said, and if you are going to drop your kids off on a weekday, you come and pick them up in the morning. Let them get a good night's rest. Let them get dinner, let them get a good night's rest, and let them go to bed and get up and get ready for school the next morning. You're not going to drop them off in the middle of the night, late at night, and then pick them up in the middle of the night. You got to have boundaries. Your kids got to be, and that baby mama of yours got to have boundaries, because she going to get punched in the throat. Another thing, there are some guys that I've met that actually lie about the amount of kids that they have, or lie about the availability that they have in their kid's life. They'll say, oh yeah, I take care of my kids. Oh, that's really attractive. Like, I love to see a man or a woman who does right by their kids. That's just a beautiful thing as a parent. But when you sit up there and say that you do, and then you actually don't, and your kids is just walking around looking like ragamuffins while you looking decked out to the nines, that's a problem. Like, I used to hate seeing a woman, she looking fine as hell, look and see her kid looking like Roscoe with a diaper that's hanging down to their kneecaps because it's full of urine. Like, ew, woman, what's wrong with you? Or you want to go out so bad, but your kids is like, Mom, we hungry. All right, let me go run and get McDonald's real quick. No disrespect for McDonald's, because I used to work there way back when. There are some parents that are so desperate to cling on to their bachelor, non-parental days. They will do anything and everything to go out. Like, they would damn near poison their kids with sleeping medicine and cold medicine just to go out, like, or leave them in the house by themselves, and they're not even of age to be alone. Like, yo, it's real. Like, one of my friends stopped by to see me, and we weren't in a relationship. She was just like talking, left the kid in the car. Oh, it was July, like almost the end of July, and it was like 90 something degrees. I was like, did you leave the air on? She was like, no, my air don't work. I left the windows cracked. So you left a toddler in the car with the windows cracked in the mid-end of July during a heat wave? I'm calling DHS on some of y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Thing about dating other single parents that I can't stand. They let the kids get away with murder. We chilling, Netflix and chill, or I'm just dropping by or whatever. Suddenly I smell smoke. The house is on fire. Yo, your kid just went in the kitchen and just put a bunch of stuff on fire. We need to get out of the house. It's burning. Oh no, little Johnny, he just has a little pyro problem. He'll be fine. He does this all the time. Or the kid is slapping you and hitting you and cussing at you. Fuck you, mommy, you little bitch. What did he say? Are you serious? What's up with you? You hear what your kid just said to you? You let him get away with that? Yo, your kid ain't gonna talk to me like that. I'm sorry. And I don't really feel comfortable sitting around you letting your kid talk to you like that. Like, you ain't gotta beat and embarrass your kids in front of public and chastise them and be all toxic. But you can't be letting your kids just get away with any old thing. Like, these parents be letting their kids get away with murder. Then they be defending it. And then it's like, I can't stand the parents that their child does no wrong. Sorry. No. Looking at the way that I raised my child and then dealing with somebody and seeing how they raise their child, like, I'm sorry, I believe in ass whippings. I will punch a little fucker in his throat, especially if he or she is being bad. So if you got a kid and you want to date me, you know your kid's bad as shit, don't date me, because your kid will get punched in the throat. Speaking of ghetto ass parents and whatnot, oh my God, you ever be over someone's house who has a kid and they're like, yeah, my kid is upstairs or wherever they're sleeping. You downstairs in the living room or you upstairs, however your house is set up. And the kid wakes up in the middle of your Netflix and chill. Like, no, you need to get a babysitter. Like, I don't mind those Netflix and chill moments, but if you got a kid and you're like, yeah, let's get it in, you getting freaky and I know your kid is in the next room. Sorry, that takes the spice out of it. Dry as a well. Just saying. And not the well that swims in the water. Well is WELL, like a really dry old ass well. Like, I'm not getting down and dirty with you and your kid is right there. Like, no. And I've actually heard stories about females that will do it with a guy and the kid is in the same room. Like, you want to do what? Like, no, ain't no female doing that. Like, seriously? You want to do what and what? And the kid is where? Really? Yeah. Just disgusting. Or you go out on a date and they want to bring the kids along. Like, I remember wanting to go see one of the Saw movies. This motherfucker talking about, yeah, I'm taking the kids with us to see Saw, where they cutting stuff and body parts and blood, and because these movies are disgusting. They're not even scary, they just gross. And you are willing to take kids there? If you're going to do adult and appropriate stuff and you have children, don't take your kids with you. So needless to say, we never had that date and no other dates were planned after that. I was out. And it's sad because I'm in a situation where I don't want any more kids, so I don't really try to date people that don't have any because they want kids and I don't want any more. That's a really difficult situation that I'm going to have to like go in depth later, but that's just my opinion. It is what it is. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the Single Chronicles. Today we talked about, co-parenting, being single and getting back out there and having to, be a parent. It's not easy, but as single folks, our singles parents more specifically, we need love and deserve to have companionship. And just because things didn't work with the other parent of our child does not mean we do not deserve the opportunity to start over. It happens day in and day out. But that's not what this episode is about. This episode is about my struggles, not only as a not only as a single parent, but dating other single parents. That was something I had to actually come to grips with. It was something I had to actually sit there and figure out for myself and say, you know what, if I do decide to put myself back out there and meet someone new, is there someone that I want to be involved with? Do I want to start over? Do I want to play the stepmom role? And it's not selfish. For a while, I thought that it was selfish to not want to date someone else who had children. You have every right to not want what you don't want, and I wanted to reflect on this at the end of this video because a lot of people have said that's not fair. You have a child and you dated when you had a child and so on and so forth. I've dated someone who had kids and that person did not move on and it becomes a struggle. And I'm not saying all people are like that because they're not. You know, there's a lot of single parents who they had a kid and it just did not work out and they moved completely on, or the person's not alive. It's many factors. This is not one of those black and white situations. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I'm standing because I'm actually on my way out and I'm really just, the season is already done, wrapped up 10 episodes. It was a rocky season, but we got through it and I'm glad that you guys stuck with me. Hello to my new subscribers. Don't worry, this channel is not going to be defunct. There's still going to be videos coming along. However, the Single Chronicle videos for season 3 will be in some time down the road. So anyway, I hope that you tune into the podcast, which will be on all streaming services, you know, from iHeartRadio to Stitcher to Pocket Cast, Anchor, Spotify, everywhere that you have a streaming service available. You don't have to download anything new. If you have Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, it'll be there too. I had a great season, guys. Thank you for those new followers and new subs that followed me and tuned in. I will see you next season with an all new topic and so much more. It's been great, guys, but I have to follow some other endeavors for a temporary moment of time, and then once all that's done, we'll be right back here on YouTube. So until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that button to be notified when the season premiere comes, as well as other little tidbits and videos. And most importantly, love yourself. Until then, be awesome. Be you.
I am sad and so